Hello and welcome. I am Ollie Juno and this is my crafty corner. Um, I'm doing this kind of out of order. I'm not doing a floss tube today. Um, I'm doing a stitch with me. I really haven't stitched much at all the last couple of days. So I figured I'd just do a stitch with me and then I will show my progress um, in a couple of days. Plus, I have everything. I have my main project that I'm working on set downstairs, and I didn't want to disrupt it because it's already perfectly set up. And I still have one more day of work to go. So I figured we'd go ahead and do a stitch with me today. I'm working on this one mainly because I saw the Stitchy Witch working on hers today. We're kind of doing this as a stitch along. We tried to do a start along, I guess, is more along the lines, because we both were going to start it at the same time, but then I didn't like the fabric that I chose, so I ended up having to wait to and start mine at a later date. But yeah, she did a stitch with me today, and she was working on this project, and it made me go, oh, I need to pull mine out. Especially since I just recently got scroll frames that I could put this project on, so I could take it off of the hoop. Because I don't like hoops. Not even a little bit. Give me just a second to make sure I'm in the right spots. And I'm not. But no, I don't really like hoops all that much. I can get them tight enough to start with, but then they get loose real easy. Now, don't get me wrong, the scroll frames get loose as well, but to me they don't get nowhere near as loose as quickly as the where am I? I'm here. I'll just continue where I was going. To me, the scroll frames don't loosen nowhere near as fast as the hoops do. So, whoops, keeps getting stuck. I don't have any notes or anything today, so I'm just kind of winging it. But I just figured, hey, I was going to stitch, and I needed to do a stitch with me or a floss tube, one or the other, and my floss tube would have been less than 5 minutes long, so decided we'd go ahead and do a stitch with me. As for stitching, I didn't really do any stitching this weekend. If you've watched my Instagram, the little bit of stitching I've done, it has been shown. I did stitch on Sunday. I was working on my new pattern, my Castle in the Sky long dog sampler. I have been stitching on that. Like, I did get 200 stitches put in it yesterday. And a couple hundred the day before, and I have been stitching on a tiny project. I got it from Kaylee Cross Stitch. She does like super tiny stitching, and she, if you're interested in giving it a try, she'll actually send you the fabric and some thread that you can use. So I actually do have those close by, so I guess I can show those. This is the long dog that I'm working on. I'm doing it black fabric, Blanca thread, BMC. No major details yet on it. Sorry for bumping the camera. And then so far I'm really enjoying that a lot. And then I've got, oops, here, I'll do this on the little one. This is 56 count fabric, and I have to use my magnifying glass to be able to make the holes. I could possibly stitch right here, because with the lighting I can see the holes a little better, but so I don't kill my eyes, I have to use the magnifying glass. But, you know, it's all good. I really enjoyed stitching on it. I can only stitch on it for about 30 minutes before my eyes give out on me. But it's not like, I can see having a tiny project going at a time, one tiny project going. You know, like I'll finish this one and then I'll find another one to do. I can see doing that. I don't see doing a whole lot on 56 count. I will probably, like, the next tiny one that I'll do will most likely be, I might look into like 46 count, maybe a little more. We'll see. But I do like the idea of having the little tiny project to work on. I like the threads and all that stuff, so I'll definitely look into getting some of my own little tiny projects, because they're unique, they're cool. As for this project, this is the first time I've stitched on it. Ooh, I think I was stitching on this in March, maybe April. I don't remember. I know I haven't stitched at all on it here in May. Most of this month I've mostly been stitching on my Kitten in the Rose. That currently is set up downstairs on my table by my office, because I've moved my office down into the living room, and I have that set on a one of my table lap stands is what I call it. It's technically a lap stand, but it works better as a table stand in my opinion, just like the one that I'm currently using. I have splurged. We actually had some extra funds, and that's why I've been able to get fabric here recently, is because we ended up with the ability to splurge a little bit. And I turned around and I have went ahead and bought another floor stand so that I can have one, instead of always having to move my Lowry stand around. I have the ability to have multiple floor stands that I like. Now I will say I did not get another Lowry. Not that there's anything wrong with them. I really liked them. I really enjoy my Lowry stand. I use it like crazy. But I ended up getting 2 K Creation stands, the metal ones. I don't know what their names are, but I was able to get 2 basically for the same amount I would have paid for one Lowry stand. Um, so I went ahead with that. Once I get them and use it, then I will decide where what is going to go. Because I'll need one downstairs, and I'll need one in my office, and then one in my bedroom. One in my bed, because I suck at moving my stands around. So like if my husband wants me to watch TV, I have a I have a big habit about not wanting to go watch TV because I don't want to drag everything in there to set it all up. Just to sit there for the length of the movie and then drag it all the way back in here. But if I already have the stand in there, all I have to do is take my project, which I am perfectly okay with. Truthfully, a lot of my projects are already in the bedroom because that's where my we have set up my little crafty area, my craft stash, I guess. So any of my craft stuff is in there. My scroll frames are hanging on the wall in the closet. My little dresser or shelf that I bought for my crafts is sitting on the table in there. And yeah, it's doing really, it's a really neat setup. I think it's going to be, it's pretty cool being able to have a place to store all my stuff, which I was storing it before. It was just not very neatly stored. With it in my room, I tend to make sure it's a little more organized. But yeah, I don't know. The reason I like the scroll frames because I can hang them up on the wall, for one. For two, it gets really taut if you pull the bars enough and you get enough tension on the side, because I've got my handmade side tensioners. Sorry for the movement of the camera, I just wanted to show that. There we go. So yeah, I've really been I actually like the fact that I bought the stuff to make the side tensioners for my scroll frames. Because I can make, a good many, and I can make them the length I want them to as well. Ugh, words. So, alright, so I've done here. I'm working down here. Make sure where I'm at. Okay. I've got new nails on, so not the underneath. My fingers are having a little bit of harder trouble because there's a little bit more length to my nails that I'm used to. So we'll see how long these last. Oof, sorry, excuse me. My glasses are falling down my face today. It's because it's hot. It was nice earlier. Like we walked over to Walmart, and it was very nice. It was not too hot. It wasn't cool. It wasn't windy. It felt really, really good. And then we got back from the walk, and then it rained. Like not even 30 minutes after we got home. So I'm glad I waited till after I got home before it started raining. But still, now it is muggy. Very humid out right now. Like earlier it was like 80 degrees. Now it's 72. And I'm hotter now than I was when I was outside in the weather. It's crazy. Alright, so we're going to go here. I'm actually just going to skip on over. Because it shows going down, but I'm just going to skip and we're going to go here. We're not going to do the full crosses. I'm just going to do the half stitches up to grab these stitches that are up in here. I should have just enough . Oh, I see. Okay. We're gonna go here. And actually, we will cross this one. Alright. This one, from what I can tell, I've been stitching this in a 20 by 20. 20 by, yeah, I think this one was stitched in a 20 by 20. This is a really heavy confetti project. So I have found that if I stitch in the, even though it's heavy confetti, if I stitch more of it in the squares, I seem to make better progress on it. Did I miss these? Yeah. I totally missed those. Oh well, I'll come back to them. I think I did. Alright, let me go here. I'll leave those because I can always come back to those. Okay. We're going to grab here. Now we're going to cross everything on the way back down. Yeah, I decided today would be a good day. Jay was not playing the F and F game with all the key smashing. He said he'd wait till I got done streaming. So got a little news on my uncle. He has been incubated currently, but he's actually been doing better. My aunt says that he looks healthier than he has in a while because he's getting rest and nutrition. I'm not 100% sure what they mean by he's incubated. I haven't looked it up. So I'm interested in knowing, but at the same time, I don't want to know. It's just, I don't really want to know what's going on. I don't want to Google it because then, because it's like what my grandpa said when we talked to him. If we were to look at him right now, you know, we wouldn't see any difference because we didn't see him prior to it, to when all this happened. So for us, we're not going to see the improvement because we didn't see him at his worst. So that's one of my things, is I'm just worried about I don't know. Ouch. Keep catching my nail. But I don't know. It's just one of those things. I'm not any good at looking at things on the online. Not because I can't find it, but because I find it kind of bring myself down to know exactly what he looks like currently. I know my Uncle Jim has come up or down. I don't remember if he's up or down. He came for a visit to see Uncle Jeff. Once he's more in the clear, or as long as everything continues to, he continues to improve, then I'll probably plan to go visit him in a little bit. But with the price of gas right now, it's really hard to get out the door, because it's like, to get there and back is half a tank of gas, and with gas being almost $5, it's a bit rough, especially since he's only allowed a few visitors, and I don't want to take Grandpa's time away from him. And I love my Uncle Jeff, but I wasn't raised around my uncle. I knew him by by my mom, but physically I didn't know my uncle. I think I can seriously say in the last 20 years, I have talked to my uncle 5 times. And 3 of those have been up here during holidays in the last 5 years. So, yeah. This is running out of thread, but I want to get all this stitched. So this is going to be my last one. Come on. Don't fall apart. Fuck. I knew you were going to do that. Thread chicken, here I come. I do have some petite needles. I think they're right there as well, but we're just going to do thread chicken. Come on. It doesn't want to thread the needle. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to go down. And then we're going to come back up. Then we're going to go down. Come on. Let go. Open up. There we go. Come on. It's fighting me. I got one more stitch here and then it's done. There we go. And then we're going to go up. And we got one more. We're going to pull it down. And then I'm going to just going to do this one this way. We're going to do a waist thread. We're going to come over here with it. There we go. And then when I stitch over this, that'll cover that, and then that'll be good. Yay! Alright, let's mark these. Alright. Alright. We're going to do these 3 stitches. This is 365. That is right here. Just a minute. It doesn't want to let me have my thread. It's fighting me. Come on. There we go. And now all right. This is going here. So we're going to go down and here. Yes. All right. Pull this up. We're gonna do a loop start. So I came up the top left. I'm gonna go back down the top left, then up the bottom right, and pull this taut. Now it's nice and thick, nice and caught on the loop. Now we're gonna go back down the top left, and there it is. It is now a solid stitch. There we go. There we go. And then I'm going to pull that stitch back down. And then this one is going here. We got these 2 stitches. Oops, I shifted my stuff. One bad thing about this stand is it doesn't hold the project solid like my stand does, but it's alright. Alright, so that's those 2 stitches, 3 stitches. And then this is going to park. Ouch. That's going to park there. There we go. Now we're going to mark those off. So right now what I'm doing is I'm going to finish off all the ninja stitches. Did I? I've already stitched that one. So whether I stitched it the wrong color or not, I don't know, but it's already stitched because it's not showing. It's not showing there anymore. All right, so my next color is 571. So 517. 571. Haha. All right. Come on. Alrighty. Come on. And this one as well is going to be the loop start, because there's not a whole lot of stitches near the first stitch. So this is going to, what is going on here? I'm gonna do this to help clear that hole up. I'm not sure what's going on with that. That's needs to go through this hole. I was wondering what was going on with it. That's better. Well, it's sticking up. Being a weirdo. Alright, so this is going to go here. Oops. Too fast. Try that again. Alright. Now we're going to just leave a little bit of a tail. I'm going to go back down. Then I'm going to come back this hole. Now we're going to taunt it. And now go back down. And now it is stuck. So I'm going to go there. And then I'm going to go here. And then since that one is giving me issues, I'm going to make sure to go this way with it. That way I can pull that down all the way out. And then we're going to undo that. This is going to go here. There we go. And then this is going to park down here. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We are in the fourth hole. Alright. Mark. Mark. Alrighty. Now I've got 3760. That is this one here. Give me. Come on. There we go. I don't think I said what I was, the count or anything like that. This is 25 count Lugana. It's a really soft Lugana. It's a It's almost like my Kitten in the Rose fabric. It's like a real soft fabric. Alright, and so this one's going to be another loop start because of no stitching, no stitches around it. If you want to learn loop starts, I'm hoping this one will get you because it's like three that I've started so far. Come on, let go. Alright. Back down. Get off that. Keeps getting stuck on my doodaddies. Words? My tension things. Alright, so there's one. Here's two. And then I'm just going to go ahead and park just directly under it. There we go. Alrighty. And then the last one I have is 311. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I have 311 already down here, so I'm going just to grab it because there's none further down, so I don't see the sense in messing with that. So that's gonna stay over there. This one needs to come over here along with the rest of these so that I have that. So I know I've stated this before, I sometimes like to pre-plan my stitching out. So it's like I like looking to see where my the stitches are going to go. So like this one, it's starting here, but there's nothing else around it. So I have these two, then nothing. So I'm like, I can go here, then I can go ahead and feed it up to here, grab that one stitch, then go grab these stitches over here, and then I can park it here. So that's the path that I'm got mapped out. I don't always map them out, but I do know that when it comes to like when there's not a whole lot of the particular stitch, I do like trying to map it to and the best path available. I'm just trying to say the word Beth. Like, I don't want to say best, I want to say Beth. So, yeah. There's that. And then I'm coming up here to here. I'm hoping it gets warm enough, but not too warm here in the next couple days. I plan on trying to get out and go bike riding. Just a little more exercise than I'm getting currently. Hold on, that's where I need to go. I saved myself. Oops, sorry guys. Yeah, I want to start going bike riding. I have been losing weight and size slowly but surely, but if I want to really lose any more around my gut, I do need to actually start doing exercising. Just eating right and drinking enough water, it helps a lot, but now it's getting to the point where I need a consistent exercise to finish what I started. Yeah, so I'm planning on trying to start going bike riding. I'm actually going to park this in a different spot. Yeah, I want to start going bike riding and unmark that. There we go. For one, we have the bikes. They need to be used. They don't get used nowhere near enough. And I think I have somebody who will start going bike riding with me. We're talking about getting together and going roller skating. So that's going to be kind of cool. I know I like going roller skating with my kids a lot of times. So I'm definitely looking forward to putting my skates to use, because we bought some roller skates last year. I have used them a couple of times. It's just the one place that we normally went to, they closed. So that kind of put our skating on hold, because we would try to go, we would go on Tuesdays. And then my daughter started working full time, and well, not full time, but she started working, and the day we would go normally on Tuesday was a day she had to work, and she hadn't been there long enough to put in a preferred schedule. So we just haven't been able to find a place that we've enjoyed skating at recently that doesn't cost an arm and a leg, and that's not too far away. All right, try this again. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and do this the way I was doing all the others. We're just going to loop start it and say Ascoroyo. There we go. Now we're going to go back down. There we go. Now it is hooked. It's just fighting me, making me mad. Ah, get off there. All right. All right, so I'm going to finish out this square. And that is going to be the end. Once I finish this area and these colors, I am going to be done for the day. I will be switching projects as well. I really have enjoyed stitching on this one again, but I do know why I don't get a whole lot of stitching in it, because it is a good chunk of color changes normally. Even though it is a gorgeous pattern. It's kind of like what Stitch Man Darcy was saying today on his floss tube. It's one of those confetti heavy pieces of hell, but once it's completed, it's going to be one that you just stop and stare at going, I did that. That was mine. Now, I don't hate stitching this. I like stitching this. I like the bright colors and the blues and the reds. And the blue and the reds, they're my two favorite colors. And I think it's kind of cool that, you know, the Stitchy Witch is on the opposite end. Like, she started her project on the right side, and I started mine on the left. I started stitching mine full diagonal only. Like, I was only stitching the diagonal, I believe. Pretty sure I was just stitching the diagonal. Then I didn't like it, so I switched to the squares, the diagonal square, and then I switched from the diagonal square to kind of cross-country-ish. That's what this here was. I did a bunch of cross-country. Found myself with a bunch of errors. Things not quite in the right spots. So it's like, yep, nope. Can't do too much cross-country. And then, so yeah. I've been enjoying stitching this. I started stitching this more of a 10 by 20 or 30, like, however far I really feel like carrying the thread, basically. This one, I was like, I wanted to do the 10 by 10 square here, or 10 by 20. No, this was a 20 by 10, 20 by 20 square, if I remember right. I was like, I want to do that. And then basically I'm just, with this one, I'm stitching where I feel comfortable stitching. If I want to continue across, I'll continue across. If I, you know, just want to stick in a 10 by 10 square, I'll stick in the 10 by 10 square. But with this one being so confetti heavy, and I really prefer doing more than just 1 or 2 stitches here and there, that I've been more inclined to travel across to doing larger sections at a time. Now I don't carry until my thread is gone. I just carry till I feel like stopping and then park it. Now if I'm almost out of thread, then yeah, I'll carry till the thread is gone and then end the thread and proceed from there. But most of the time it's just, as you've seen, I just stitch till I get to the next square and then grab the next color. Time to go get my allergy pill. They were mowing the lawn today. The apartment was mowing the complex. So allergies are airborne. Plus, of course, we go walking just as the lawnmower start up and had dust thrown, like the grass thrown right at me. Which I don't blame the lawnmower guy. If we were there, then we weren't. Or we weren't there, and then all of a sudden we were there while he was mowing. So it's not like he could have avoided us. So I'm not mad at the mower guy for blowing grass at us. But I'm still going, oh, tomorrow is going to suck. Thank goodness it is Friday. It is Friday, right? Yeah, it's Friday. No. I'm totally spacing on if it's Friday tomorrow or not. Yes, it's Friday tomorrow. It's only 8:20 at night. I promise it's not that late. Even though you look outside and you can swear that it's maybe 5 because it's so bright. But yeah. Oh well, that's life. Alright, so we're going to go here. And then we're going to go down here. And we're going to feed, go down partial loops all the way down. Oh, you son of wait. But yeah. So come on. There we go. Having trouble threading my needle. I was like, no. But yeah, let's see. I'm not really sure. Was I just talking about something? I don't even really know. Yeah, I don't know. I think I was talking about something, but I really don't know what I was talking about before I lost track of what I was doing. So I'm just going to go to something different. I need to change my face cam next time, I think. I think it's a little low. Basically, I think all you're seeing is my forehead. Instead of more of my face. Either that or just turn the camera off. One of the two. But, oh well. Trying to make sure my hands don't get in the way of anything. Come on. Alright. We are almost done with this color and this thread. We got to go down and then got to go fill that out over there as well. But it's all good. Pretty sure I'm just going to take this thread over there physically and end it, because I don't think I have a whole lot of thread left once I get all the way back over there. I need to get my multi-cat out again. That's the cat with the squares. I'm about 80% done on that one. But I currently have that on a Q-snap or a hoop. I think I'm going to switch that over to one of my Q-snaps that have been freed up, since a lot of my I've had 2 of my projects go back onto scroll frames. And I prefer a Q-snap over a hoop. The hoops are okay, as I've said. It's not my preference. Now, I will say, if I invested in the Nurge hoops, I could probably use those pretty well because I've seen those in use, and those get taut and tight and nice. But all I have are some old wooden frame ones that I got from my mom. They're great, you know, I'm not complaining about them, but they're just, they don't give me the tightness on my project that I want. But that's a personal, it's a personal thing. I just, it stays tight as long as it's something I'm working on, but like if I put it away, it loosens too much. And sometimes my project gets put away for a couple of hours before I get back to it, especially during work hours. I am like, here we are. Okay. Ouch. Nice and pretty. This is like more of the sea portion here. The waves of her swimming in it. I really do like this pattern. This is, I don't even think I keep forgetting to finish telling you all about the pattern. I've showed you the count I'm stitching on. I'm stitching a 1/1 full cross with one strand of thread, and this is a mini, and it's the Heaven and Earth design called Dreaming of Being Human. I have no idea of the name of the artist that created this. I know that's bad, but it'll be posted below. I am real bad with the names of the artists of projects that I'm stitching on. The only one that I can remember at all is my Kitten and the Rose. And I think it's just because I think he has a cool name. And even then, I still mix it up sometimes. Sometimes I'll state his last name as his first name and his first name as his last name. But, oh well. He's still it's still a really cool name. Alright, let's see. I don't know. It's going to be a close call on this thread. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough. Even doing my chicken phase. Let me see if I can fill this in up here, because I can always leave those on the edge there. I just want to fill in the circle. Yeah, I should have enough to fill in this. And these 4 stitches, 5 stitches? I think it's 4 stitches. Yeah, all enough to do these 4 stitches. And then the other stitches will just sit there till next time. we go. And I'll be able to show you I should be able to show you the way I normally end my threads instead of waist thread parking. When I first started doing parking, that's the way I would do it, would do the waist thread parking, because I didn't want to always flip my project over. Alright, so you do your loop, your stitch like that, and then you're going to come up, whichever hole is your normal hole. For me, it is my bottom left hole. I am going up, and then I'm going back down. It's basically just a backward step to the start method. So we're going to do that, grab it, and then I'm going to go back down the hole, and there we go. That is that. And then I'm going to come back down here, which I know this was one of the ones I just stitched, so I'm going to go back up this hole, and I'm going to do a pin stitch underneath, which will keep it from coming out. So it is going nowhere. And that's what I do. I loop it, and then I tack it. I think is what it's called. It's tacking. So let's go ahead and mark these. So I did all these, and there, did here, and I did here, but I believe I left I left those there. There we go. There we go. I did 150 stitches in right about an hour. So that wasn't too bad. That was actually a good chunk of stitches. I do think my next area, when I do work on this again, I think I'm going to go down a little more. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll go back up and work more in the face area. Now that's still a good chunk of hair right there, but I may go up and start working. Could you move this over? Yeah, I think when I go working again, whoops. Yeah, I think when I go working again, I'm gonna start working in this area over here. You see a lot of swirls, colors here, but yeah, I'll probably start working here and working over, and then continue doing that. Yeah, so all right. That is me. That is the end. I need to mark those. But anyway, thank you for anybody who came in and joined me tonight. I hope everybody had a great day. Had a good day today. I hope everybody has a great weekend. I will probably, I plan on doing another stitch with me this weekend. I don't know what I'll be stitching. I don't know what I'll be doing. It all depends on what hits me at the time. But yeah, no, I really felt this one today because of watching Stitchy Witch stitch on it today. So yeah, I don't know. I'm probably going to pull my castle and in the air out to work on for the rest of the night. Or I don't know, maybe I'll pull Pandemic out. I haven't done much on Pandemic here recently, so I haven't done much on many of them. But I feel like doing one of the sampler type ones now. I don't really want to do a whole lot more with color and confetti. So I think I'm going to switch. I just got to decide if I'm going to work on my castle or pandemic. I don't know. All right, I'm going to say good night, goodbye, and I hope everybody has a great weekend and happy stitching. Bye, everybody.